patron shout out is Andrew Hoffman. Thank you for being a supporter. We greatly appreciate it.
Slay Andrew!
Yes! House down boots, mama.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
gay.
know. Sorry. I felt like I had to be the gayest one here since I've got Niall and George. You know, the two butch queens.
Absolute lads, Niall and George.
Right, bruv? Is that how you say it?
Oh, Yutaka.
No.
Stop.
All right.
Welcome to the Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad. Get you.
Here we go. All right, welcome to the Horror Hour. Place we discuss, we disagree. Oh, no, I said it wrong.
You didn't.
Oops. Well, we're going to... Pugga will probably keep it in because, you know, old joke. Welcome to the Horror Hour. Place we discuss, we disagree, we debate. Wow.
We debate.
Now it's all like...
Shall I host? Welcome to the Horror Hour, the place where we discuss, disagree, and debate.
No, that's wrong.
On all things horror. I don't watch the show. I mean, I love this show.
Oh!
Listen, he supports us because he is on our Patreon, so that's all.
That's true. So hold on. It's... Wow,
debate,
it's been a
discuss,
minute.
and disagree.
Yeah, debate, discuss, disagree. Guys, it's been a minute since I've hosted. Let me try. I promise I got this. All right, welcome to the Horror Hour, the place we debate. Today, we're joined with George.
Hi, I'm everyone's favorite intergalactic pensioner, Susan Triad.
Wow. And then we have the actual favorite guest of the hour.
Hi, I'm the interdimensional Egyptian god Sutek.
Yes, I love it.
And who are you, Yutaka? You're Harriet Arbinger.
Desperate.
Oh, F off. I want to be Kate, because she was badass.
Kate was badass.
Kate Stewart.
She's badass. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of her.
She chewed.
She did.
She did.
All right. So, today's episode is one that clearly some of us don't know about, myself included, and that's fashion. I mean, you see what I wear. So, and what George wears.
Fashion.
So we're going to talk about iconic fashion looks in horror films and shows. And let's see if we agree, disagree, or maybe we found something new. So I'm going to start with George.
Oh my God, thank you. Wow. I'm going to start off with, it's kind of a blanket of thing, and it's...
I thought you meant the look was a blanket.
It's a blanket.
Yeah. I was like,
stunning blanket.
Blanket.
No, it's a blanket statement, and it's anything that any of the women wore in American Horror Story Coven, because they all just looked stunning. Obviously, you've got like shout outs to Myrtle Snow, obviously. Then you've got the kind of like sexy hot vibes of Madison. Then you've got kind of like the comfortable vibes of Zoe. Then you got like the cool vibes of like
Nat. Vibes.
Well, no, she's like kind of comfy.
You don't have to dress to impress. We know you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You wearing that blanket.
Yeah, God love her. So yeah, everybody kind of slayed in that. Oh, I know, like Misty Day and what?
I actually wrote down Angela Bassett as Marie Laveau from American Horror Story Coven.
Great. Well,
she always looked great.
Jump back and forth, then she was stunning.
She was good. Oh, that whole season was made for the gays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She looks great in a hotel as well.
Oh my God,
when she had like the big hair and she was like an old... she was so good. But yeah, the vibes of Coven were just... They emaciated off the walls with just all the... colours. Yeah, and it was just amazing. Yeah. And like... Or, oh my God, what was her name? Misty Day. And her little like Stevie Nicks homages and things like that. So to me, I was just like, oh, this is... I want to wear these all the time, which I do every time I tend to leave the house and I'm looking for a friend in central London. They're like, oh, I didn't recognize you because you normally dress like you're going to a funeral, because I just tend to wear all black most of the time. But I've got some color today, so
what's that say?
That is so beautiful.
It's the artist who created it. I got it from when me and Liam went. It's a cool t-shirt.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
When we went to that horrendous Manchester convention.
But you got to meet me.
Oh, we did. He was tucking into that roast.
Aye, tucking right in.
So yeah, my first pick would be basically any of the clothes that anybody wears in American Horror Story Coven. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love you being so specific as I can't
Yeah.
function today. Okay, well, I'm just gonna kind of go like in order, you know. So I'll go next. We'll save Niall.
Not
always
me
at
being the
end.
special guest and getting
Yeah,
off to
I
the
know,
side.
right?
Like,
That's
oh my
to
God.
last. God.
Yeah, okay,
Mhm.
of course.
So I am gonna go with some men's fashion because it
Oh,
is one of my
good
favorite
job.
looks. But he's also, because we're filming this on Father's Day, he's kind of a daddy, and that is Raul Julia as Gomez Adams in the Adams Family and the
Ooh,
pinstripe
yeah.
suits.
Mhm.
There's even when he's in the I forget the scene, but he doesn't have the coat on. He's just got the suspenders, and I love a man in suspenders. It just looks hot. I think it's when
Yeah.
he's throwing the knives, but he is always looking so slick, sexy. Oh my
Do
god.
you like a man in a suit?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he wears it so well.
Mhm.
He really does. And I think also the character too, like he really schmoozed it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know, like I'm like melting in my seat watching him. I mean, I had a crush on him when I was younger when I saw that film. Like I was like, he's hot. So
Is
yeah.
that where daddy issues started?
Oh, they started long before.
way before that.
But that didn't help.
No.
No, that only made
reaffirmed it.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, mine would be him and Adam's Family. It's a good look.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, how about you?
Now let me tell you, this one is for George. I would
Okay.
say Tatum Riley from Scream in her little mini skirt. That is such a like fashion moment. Getting caught in the garage and she's dangling her little mini skirt is just there. Love that
Nips
look.
on point.
Nips popping out. Jennifer Aniston vibes and friends. Like
No.
absolute titties on show.
Yeah.
Legs out. Bum looking good. Body sitting right. Gets killed by a garage door. Love it. That is fashion to me.
No, Mr. Ghostface, don't kill me.
And
I
it's
wanna
so
be in the sequel.
sensual. And she's
Yeah.
like, her little nips are popping out. And I'm like, girl, give it to him. It's hot.
What
So
am I,
I would
beer
say that is
witch?
an iconic fashion moment.
Oh my
And
god.
it's very like recognizable as well, I think.
Oh,
I agree.
immediately.
Like so recognizable from the first movie. Like that outfit alone. Yeah.
I think between her and Casey Becker. Because that
Yeah.
that and
Drews,
more is
yeah,
the
the bob.
wig.
Yeah.
The bob.
Yeah.
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 but
Agreed.
I would
Yeah.
say that's mine.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
I popped off with that one. Think of a blanket statement.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay, all right. George, how about yourself?
Thank you. Well, I'm going now from a blanket statement to a more less blanket statement, but not so
okay.
specific as one outfit. And I'm going with Rosemary and Rosemary's Baby and just the 60s vibes of all her looks that she has. Like this one where she's like, first of all, the pixie cut with the blue nightgown is just iconic anyway as a look. But she has some like great looks when she's not pregnant. It's really nice, like red like outfit with a little hat, and she's got like the summer like dress on with little pigtails. What are you laughing at?
You're just
I love it.
You're
I
just such a
just- yes,
cutie pie.
go.
You're
Keep
giving such
going.
a cutie
Oh,
pie
I love
energy. That's what you're giving.
But you're also telling us the outfits too, and so I'm like, I'm
You're
I'm
fully
loving
selling it. You're selling
Yes.
it.
Like
Keep going,
she just
going.
looks so good. I mean, she's stunning anyway. Like
Mother.
beautiful, like a joke. But like I feel like each outfit like tells the story of her life at that point. Like when she's feeling low and she's kind of in like darker clothing, and then when she's like happy and she's sort of like in light colors when she first moves in, but the colors get darker and more paler to when she's in the pale blue when she's had this baby, and she does the iconic "What have you done to him, you maniac," which is part of the Horror Hour intro that I created 3 years ago. Because it's just so iconic. Self-plug. Subscribe to the Patreon memberships. But when I first watched it, I had trouble with the fact that she did that pixie cut, because I was like, but now I've grown to appreciate only her in that look, and I think she just pulls it off, and just the vibe of all of them, just the whole.
that was
film.
Mia Farrow, right?
Yeah, Mia Farrow. Yeah.
Oh God, did she birth a really hot son in Ronan? Ooh.
I
Do you not know who Ronan Farrow is?
Yeah.
No,
No.
look him up. He was a guest on Drag Race a couple times, but
Oh, really?
So you
he's
should
also
know
like
him.
he's also like a famous author, and he helped.
Oh yeah,
Didn't
he
he
was
break
on this recent
the-
season.
Yeah, he also
Is he
broke
gay?
like several scandals. Oh yes.
Of course,
yeah.
his mother is
Got a
Mia
Look at
Farrow.
that. Look at that.
Yes, of
His
course.
mother had those clothes in Rosemary's Baby. Of course, he's gay.
He was wearing those clothes
Yeah.
as a child.
The heels
He
and the
was
pearls.
a gay boy.
He
had
is
the heels
Rosemary's
on.
Baby. Why do you think
He
they called
is
him the
Rose-
devil? He was gay.
Because he's
That's
a demented.
Pride
Stupid.
Month.
why.
That edit of it's like Pride Month, Pride Month, Pride Month, demon.
Yeah. But yeah, so my second pick would be Rosemary's looks throughout Rosemary's Baby. I still haven't watched, and I would like to see it. Is the mini series? I think it was only 2 episodes actually, with Zoe Saldana, and it was set in France or Paris or something. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it was any good, but I am excited for the prequel that's coming out. I think this year, supposedly. I haven't seen anything. Is it later
I
this
haven't
year?
seen anything. I don't know.
I saw a trailer, but yeah. So that's my second pick.
Now, this is not, I wouldn't say this is, great fashion, but when you see it, it's iconic. And the character's actually really iconic. And that is the lovely ombre purple cardigan that Ma wears in the movie Ma.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
But the second you see that and you see her
Hey,
haircut,
recognizable.
it's
Bob.
so recognizable.
B.O.B. So they calling you Bob.
Yes. Now, see, she's given TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever you guys call
Not
it.
T.J. Maxx.
Oh, bless her.
But she's iconic. She's a serial killer. Oh, it's a great movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's so funny. Especially that part where she's like driving in the truck and she sees that person who gets ready to wave and she just runs him down.
And she just
and
runs
turns
him.
up the music.
What most of us would do in that situation, I fear.
Oh, yeah, I would floor it. George would be like, hey, you.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Gays can't drive. What are
who
you
would
on
it
about?
be? Probably would be
Please.
me.
I can drive. Not good, but I can drive. I can drive stick.
Not
And
well.
not a lot of people can drive stick.
In
anymore.
the States.
Okay, true.
Hmm.
In the States. I guess that's all you guys have overseas?
We do have automatics now.
But it's
but
not really a thing. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
You always learn in a stick.
You should. Like, honestly, if you're ever in a scenario, if you know how to drive stick, chances are if you can make it to a car, you're going to be fine.
And then if you get pulled over for anything, you can ride the stick and try and stop the police officer from...
Oh no, I think you'd definitely get arrested, George.
Yeah.
Me, perhaps, no. George would get a life
Well, that's
sentence.
because you haven't got a car, so that would be the reason.
Yes, they'd be like, where is
They'd be like,
why are
why?
you driving?
Why? Just you, like, in the McDonald's, like, drive-through like that.
Crashing into everything, suddenly riding a joystick. It's a good time. See, that's how I don't even drive a car. I call a gear stick a joystick. That's just how I don't drive.
Okay, so yeah, we call it a shift stick. So, because you're shifting.
Yeah, I guess
that's-
so. Yeah,
Just call it a gear.
yeah, because you're shifting gears.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, enough straight
Yeah,
car
sorry.
talk.
Oh my God, I'm so
Enough.
sorry. All
We
right,
need to get back
Neil.
to our feminine.
Not me calling you Neil.
Ew. Bad vibes.
Niall, I
Like
am so
Pugga's in
sorry.
the chat.
Oh,
Deep Pugga is alive and well.
he's gonna
I
edit
have.
something nasty to you.
Oh, let him. Let him. One of my horror fashion icons is Grace right at the end of Ready or Not.
I
When
thought you
she's
were going to say Grace Randolph.
Grace Randolph!
At the end of Zombieland 2?
What the f***? Are you kidding me with this?
Grace from Ready or Not, when she's like covered in blood, she's in her little Converse, she's ripped up her wedding dress. Gorge. That is, to me, that's gay fashion. That is the height of fashion. Very iconic.
Yeah.
I love when a girl just looks like she's been through it and she comes out, she's smoking a wee cigarette. Oh, bad bitch energy. So yeah, that's one for me.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
I'm good with Angelica Houston from The Witches, because she looked stunning. Because I was making a reference to the Addams Family one that you did. Sorry. So that like long the shoulder length silky hair with like she's given the Traitors, what's her name?
Claudia Winkleman.
And she got that stunning like tight black dress on, and then when she comes onto the stage and it opens up and the purple, the satin inside,
Yeah.
and she's like And she's got that stunning ring with the gloves on.
And she
Like-
slides the bang back
Oh my
to
God.
reveal.
You may
She's
remove
like reveal
your
with
shoes.
reveal.
Oh my God. So
Remove your shoes.
you may remove your wigs. Anyway, the
Your
autism
wigs.
started because we know what happened last time. Stop doing quotes.
Literally, me to that's Chanel D Dragon when she comes back from a gig.
Just like pulling
Remove
stuff
your wig.
It's so funny, like watching it back, how many like to make the witches like look ugly, they just put men in wigs
Yeah,
and like
it was just men in bald caps.
and they're all just like,
Yeah,
and I was like, damn. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Angelica Houston in The Witches, because although Anne Hathaway did an all right job and like her
I think
fashion's
her
fine,
fashion was quite as well. Her
It
black
was,
and white
but-
checkered look.
but the whole film itself just didn't.
Slap.
It was not
Add up.
good.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with another look that is iconic and it's easily recognizable. It's a great scene in the movie. It is just a simple top, but when you see it, you know it. And this one, yep.
We all
hold
love
on.
a simple top.
Anyways, no. It's the heart top that Jennifer's wearing in Jennifer's body when she's walking down the hall.
Everything Jennifer wears in Jennifer's
It is
body.
great, but that scene, because she's like, she's playing with her hair. She's got like the heart earrings, and she is like full slay. You can't with her
Do you know that?
vibes.
Do you know that like pink zip up? Is it the pink zip up
Yeah.
cardigan jumper
Yes.
that she wears? Oh,
Oh my god!
Gorge.
I love it, and it's like the slow walk in the hall.
Yeah.
You kind of get some of that vibes from Freaky when they're walking through with the red leather jacket. Oh my god!
Have you seen Madison Beer's music video? She kind of references Jennifer's
Yeah, I
body
did see
in it,
that.
and she looks gorgeous in it.
Who's Madison Beer?
Old.
I supposed to be in the video?
No, I was supposed to be in the video. Yeah, I was in Miami. Yeah.
Do you not know that reference, Yutaka?
Oh, she's Ariana Grande's best pal.
I was supposed to be in the
I
video.
feel like that's a lie.
I was supposed to be in the video. I was supposed to be in the video.
But
Do you know what I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I will have to
I'm
watch
gonna
that
cross
video
out
then to see that.
Jennifer from Jennifer's body. Let me cross that out of my
Sorry.
list. It's fine. It got said. That's the main thing.
It's such a great fucking look. Niall, give us your next one.
Okay, I would
Give it
say
to us.
this gorgeous fashionista is a robot called Megan. And I think everything Megan wears is so great.
That's
God.
actually very true. They
Do you know the
they
bit when-
really dressed that robot to kill.
She's wearing this
Oh.
little this gorgeous little but it's this for me it's when they go to like the woods and she's in this gorgeous little brown coat
Yeah.
and then she just like gets on her hands and knees and starts fucking crawling in this gorgeous brown
She's
coat.
like jumping. Oh,
Yeah. I think they made Megan look so gorge, and I hope that in the second film they up her fashion. I want
They
more
better. That was
fashion.
one of. I mean, that was not the only highlight. I mean, that's an incredibly well written film. It's so
loved it.
witty.
Yeah.
But I still love it when the dog got her and she still stood up and she turned her head.
She's
and her
like-
hair looked a mess. But I'm still like,
The dog-
cheers.
They're up.
yeah.
But you know what? To me, that's still fashion because it's like she's still serving a look. She's
She
still
was.
giving it. Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
It's so good. So yeah, I would say Megan completely kills fashion and is very fashion forward and will you up.
She's a gay icon, honestly. When that
Yeah.
trailer dropped and they showed the dancing video, every gay was like, "We're seeing that.
Mhm.
We don't
And
know
it
what it's
just-
about, but we're seeing
Do you know
it."
what? I always think with a fashion look, it's got to be recognizable. Like, if I watched if someone at Halloween dressed up as Megan, I'd know exactly who it was because of the outfit.
Absolutely.
And I think
Yeah.
that is like the trademark staple of something that's fashionable and gorgeous and chic. God, call me Carson Kressley.
Oh my
So stupid. Not me thinking I'm on the fucking judging panel of Drag Race. Like,
I know, we need to get
in
the pictures up.
fashion. Hugger, add all the shots, everything like that, and make it look gorge.
Something will be shot on your face. George, your turn.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there is nothing simple top about you right now. Okay, tone
Oh,
it down.
So I'm gonna go with Hayden Panettiere's look in Scream 4 with the hair
Banging.
pulled back, the
Kill it.
blazer, the
Looks like a
floral, like
lesbian.
bustier.
Love it.
Absolutely. When they were trying to,
Yeah.
I understand why she tried to kiss Charlie because he looked like a woman. So I get like
no. I was about to say Charlie kind of gives trans man energy.
Charlie
Okay.
to me.
It works.
I
It
fancy
really
the fuck out of
works.
Charlie. I'm not gonna lie. So
There we go.
Well,
So it kind of works.
you kind of like him because he shows his penis in what was that show?
Oh my god, he did, didn't he?
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
it. And it's quite
and it
big.
was up
It
against
was.
the-
It was like
Yeah.
so like.
was
we're
that
like,
his though? I thought it
what?
was prosthetic.
No, babe.
Oh.
Or is it his even better? And he looks
Even-
great in that. What was that one he did? Was it?
I don't
American
get it when it's
Horror Stories?
prosthetic because it's like we all just think it's your dick anyway. So like, just get your dick
Yeah.
out.
I think the times that they do it is when it's really like
It's supposed to be a
abnormally.
joke.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when they're supposed to like
'Cause
what's his
wasn't-
name that everybody loves in red, white, and royal blue. He was in that show The Minx, and so but he had a prosthetic penis because it was just so overly large.
Wait, his penis was overly large.
Yes. But
No,
it was
his
a
was supposed to
prosthetic.
be not his real one, his prosthetic
Yeah,
one. The
his
joke was that it
prosthetic
overly
was-
large.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were selling a nude men's magazine. Actually, Minx, if y'all haven't seen it, it's really funny.
Wasn't the
But
guy
there
White
are a
Lotus
lot of-
in the shower?
There's a
Wasn't
lot
that
of
prosthetic?
No, that was his real one, Theo
I thought
James. That was his
everyone said it was
absolute
prosthetic.
fat. No, that was his big juicy quack. Okay, and Barry Keegan.
He even said no.
Yeah.
no,
say?
it's his big.
He
cock,
just wants
no.
to believe it. Just
Yeah,
let him believe
that's
it. Let him
Let
have
me
his
live in
fantasy.
my fantasy world.
That's
Right.
fine. Live it.
God.
But yeah, sorry. Anyway, back to Queen icon Hayden Panettiere. The hair, stunning. I mean, she was done obviously dirty in Scream 6 with that wig, the Evangelista wig. Don't know what happened to the costume department, but
Awful.
they forgot the lesbian memo in Scream 6. So
I don't
she-
know. I mean, she's kind of had the leather vibes though with it.
No, true, she did. I just wish she'd had
Although I
shorter
was
hair.
like, what FBI agent would wear a leather coat like that with all those buckles down the?
Which is when like they did the twist being like, oh, she's not the FBI. I was like, I can't believe that she's not the FBI. 'Cause
She
she's
looks
just,
like a civilian.
she just looks like she's rocked up out of Starbucks. Like, what is going on? Like, so I actually believed the killers. I was like, oh my god, Hayden is a psycho. Hey, Jesus.
Okay, that's. Oh, I froze. Oh, there we go.
The hair in Scream 4, I think, is just like such an iconic look. I think the hair, like the top, like just the top part cut is the most, like the little flowery with the, because in the 2010s, girls were wearing blazers like they were going to business meetings just to go to
I
the
mean,
shop.
yeah, it was the thing.
Mm.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
the fashion of Scream 4 to me in general is just like, I just want to take a picture of all of it because it is so what my high school, like people with my high school wore to parties. It was like insane. Like, you know, dresses
you went
with
to parties?
I used to always go to parties, and then when I turned 18, I was legal
I
to
bet
drink.
you
I
were
stopped
very
drinking.
popular.
All right,
Wow.
Kristen Wiig.
Speaking of wigs,
Well, you're
but
a
yeah,
little.
I love that whole scene, the 10-minute scene, but it's not a horror film. It's not about fashion, so I'm moving on. So yes, Hayden Panettiere, Scream 4. Thank you very much.
Agreed. Honestly, I love any woman that looks like a lesbian in a film.
Yeah.
Like, I fully get obsessed. For sure.
Fair. All right, I guess it's my turn. We talk iconic fashion, or at least something that's recognizable.
Mhm.
And you can't deny not only this man's voice is sexy. I know they've got more women, so I've got to.
Oh, this is getting me hype. Come on, give it to
He's
us,
got a
Jack. You
deep
building
voice.
this up. Ooh.
Hold on. He's tall, dark, and handsome. He's got a hook for a hand. It's Candyman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Candyman's
Stunning.
got that long is it a peak? It's not a peacoat, but that long coat. What type of coat is that? No,
A duffel coat.
fucking
No?
Is that what you? Oh, it's an ankle length and fur lined coat. Okay, yeah, work.
Is it available for purchase? On...
Now that's gay fashion.
that is, and it's just
Ankle length and fur line.
just he wears it so well and he looks so good in the film, and it's just honestly though, when you see it though, it's always recognizable. It's who Candyman is, aside from it just Tony Todd being a sexy beast in that film who could split me.
Oh my god,
But-
Yutaka has actually flooded his basement.
I have. I have.
It's a slip and slide over there.
There's just something about that look. And yes, it's something we all know and recognize. And I love that we got to see it again in the most recent Candyman, even if it was just for a little bit. Don't get me wrong, though. Yahya Abdul-Mateen in that movie looked great, especially when you saw that backside.
In every movie, he looks great that he's in.
Or if you see him in The Watchmen, then you see a lot of them. Full frontal.
I saw a video of that on Twitter.
I bet you did. Well, now you can like it
On repeat.
because the likes have gone private.
Girl, I like that with my full chest. I did not care if anyone saw that. Bring the likes back. I'll retweet it. Come on. You think I'm scared?
Not on your family-friendly channel, Niall. How could you?
I'll slowly turn into David, where people will start getting annoyed that I'm not doing family-friendly content anymore. My next one is a video game character, and it's Resident Evil's Lady Dimitrescu, however you say her name.
Yeah.
Do you know her?
Oh my god, with the big old titties.
Big old
love it.
titties, gorgeous big hat,
Tiny waist.
claw hand, tiny waist. Just puss. And like she's like 10 foot tall.
Yeah.
Obsessed. Like absolutely just looks gorgeous. Giving mommy milkers. Like,
Definitely mommy milk.
absolute
oh my god.
motorboat material. Love it. Like big fan. So I think she's just gorgeous. And if they ever make another Resident Evil film, but they actually follow the story, I'd love to see like what they do with a real version of her. So yeah, and she turns into a big dragon as well.
She does. That was so random, especially if you've been playing the games and the lore.
I remember being shook. I was like, what the f is going on? I'm like, in a castle, there's a dragon. It's also modern times. It's like modern day. But yeah, I think she's got like 3 daughters as well that are all vampires that are wearing like little black gowns. And yeah, I think just icon. Not me bringing video games into this. Hell yeah.
I mean, a lot of the looks in the Resident Evil video games. Ada Wong, Jill Valentine, Claire from Code Veronica.
Mia. Maybe not. Mia, because she just wears a horrible grey, like, tank top.
Gotcha.
Mia is a bitch.
Yeah.
I actually hate her. I chose to kill her. I'm pretty sure.
Not you. You can choke.
Not you.
Anyways, George, it's your turn.
Thank you. So I'm going to do a Yutaka, and I'm not going to go with a horror film. But the character itself is extreme.
What?
Because normally when we do the topic, you go, the topic could be about women in sci-fi 80s films, and he'll go, okay, so it's not an 80s film, it's not a woman, it's not sci-fi, but
off. No.
So
you're not going to come in here and be like that when you use the same references every goddamn day.
Let's see what the audience think.
Ladies, please.
So I'm going to go, but she's a villain. She's one of the best villains that's ever been portrayed on screen, and that is Glenn Close's Cruella DeVille.
Oh, iconic.
Terrifying as a villain. First of all, as a child, I was terrified of that film. You can't tell me it's not a horror film. She tries to kill animals.
There's nothing more horrible than that.
No, actually, well, there is, and that's
Mulder trying to fit in tight pants.
Oh my! Look, everyone's trying to get all the gays trying to give us something. I was trying to do a quote from the film.
All coming for a read, honey.
I was trying to do the real.
George trying to fit in tight pants.
Mine was that Anita was trying to have a baby, and when she's like, more women have been left to marriage than war, famine, disease, and disaster. Like, that's such a good line.
That is.
Basically, she's like, don't marry this man for what?
So I know, going back to Cruella, would you also consider Emma Stone's Cruella as a
my god,
icon?
every look
that
film.
paper dress that she's like on the back of the lorry.
The garbage. Eat it up. Yeah. So I think the character of Cruella.
Yeah.
Then,
and yeah, I think she just exudes. I will say that I kind of like. But I really enjoyed the movie Cruella, but I think, and I love that how they updated the fashion but kept it like to its time, and they kind of added a bit more to it. But there's like nothing like more iconic than, like, even though she doesn't wear it, the drawing of that dress that she wants.
Yes. No, that's fair.
It's just
I mean,
like,
if we ever get a sequel,
I would say,
that's
yeah.
been stuck in development hell.
I know, so I can't believe there's the Aladdin one. I'm like,
I don't think
love
The
that's
Bin
Return.
Laden one.
No, not that, Niall.
I'd love to watch a horror film about Bin Laden.
Oh my god, it's not this.
I mean,
Aladdin.
George
Oh,
did get
Aladdin.
invited to the new Emma Stone movie, but he didn't reply to them. I was so
I'm not going,
shocked.
I'm not going to see Emma.
George.
I don't like Emma Stone. Well, I do not like her. I've got no opinion on her.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The only
God.
film I've ever seen her in is Cruella, and then that awful, awful film where everyone's like sleeping with each other's uncles and aunties and dogs.
That's
What's it
not an
called?
awful film. It's so good.
What's it called?
You don't like Poor Things?
No, not Poor Things.
Oh no, it's
Pray, Eat,
Pug-
Love, whatever that. stupid
Pugger
thing's
reacted
called.
to it with his wife.
The one with Steve Carell and Ryan.
Crazy
and she's
Stupid
like,
Love.
Crazy.
Oh, I
Stupid
love
Love.
Crazy
Oh
Stupid
my
Love.
God,
That's a
it's
great film.
Mhm.
Awful. It's so boring and so
Oh.
just like. Ugh. Anyway, sorry.
Honestly, 10 out of 10 choice.
Thank
Good,
you.
good pick.
Just
Very
like my
happy with that.
videos. Anyway,
And Puggers.
actually, no, mine are doing well, but that's because I don't get many views anyway. So they're like, it's a 3, and I'm like, guys, it's a number 2. How many views? 700, guys. It's a number 2.
Hey, that's
We all
progress.
gotta start
It's- you're
somewhere.
building it up,
I,
though.
I take what I can get.
Like I say, just keep pushing and keep killing it, baby.
I've got my alarm set early for House of the Dragon tomorrow before work.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh my god, that's nice.
All right, thank
Well,
you.
I
Sorry,
guess I'll
Yusaka.
go. No. So I'm gonna go with another one. Crap. Now George is kind of right, since this is horror, or at least has horror in the title, but it's more musical. Than
Oh my
horror.
god, is it fucking Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes!
'Cause that was my next one, you little.
Oh,
You
Let's
two are
take it
like,
together. We'll take it together.
you
Alright,
two are so in
'cause-
sync.
oh my god, Dr.
No, it's-
Frankenfurter is
yeah.
like so amazing, and like just the entrance with the coat, and then revealing the look, and the
Mhm.
oh god, like the garter. Is he wearing a corset?
Yeah, girl.
Okay, yeah.
And the,
And the
fishnets.
hair, the heels. Oh my god, I loved it.
Yeah,
It is
Mm.
iconic as a
very, very iconic.
I mean,
Brilliant.
all
And
the
it's-
looks, honestly, from everybody.
It's also another movie where if you saw someone dressed as that, you know exactly who they are. You know? Because
Yeah, hands
the look
down.
is so iconic.
Yes, absolutely. It's not. Oh
Mm.
my god, when that movie, like, have you all been to a midnight showing? Niall, I feel like you have.
Yeah.
Of Rocky
Based on the-
Horror.
Of Rocky
yeah.
Horror. No, I've
Rocky
not.
Horror.
No, but I've seen like drag shows of Rocky Horror.
Oh, that would be cool too. Yeah, there's just. Am I the only one who's actually been to one then?
I've never been to see Rocky Horror, like,
And-
the picture show or Rocky Horror show, the musical.
Wow.
I've always wanted to go, but it's always been sold out when I've like looked at the store.
It was
Days,
like a
days,
thing,
days.
like, when I was in high school. I know, guys. Back in.
Take it back quick. Get the
Yeah.
sepia tones on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a thing. Like they
We're
would
still doing cave
every
drawing.
Halloween there was a theater that would be downtown, and they would show it at midnight, and everybody would come dressed up. They would have people that would also, while the movie was performing, they would be acting it out, and then of course you get auctioned off for like silly things, and because this was 18 and up, or you didn't have to auction off if you wanted to moon people. Yeah.
Wow.
It
We
was
wouldn't do
crazy
that in the
back
UK because we'd get stabbed. Someone would get stabbed. So and people would get drunk and throw bottles, and it would just be people.
You
Would
could
be like,
throw toast.
"Ah!"
But yeah, no, it was a thing. It was so much fun, and yeah,
No, I think no, we do have it because I've seen clips in the UK of like the auction off before the show. I've always wanted to go to one.
it's a really great experience if you've never been.
I shall pop that on my pad.
On to my next horror icon, fashionista. We obviously we said this before we actually started recording, but Lady Gaga in American Horror Story, just everything she wears, but specifically, do you know the outfit where it's like the first episode and they're at the cinema drive?
The red outfit
And
with
yeah,
the
she's
coat
got
and
the,
black,
she's got the
and
gorgeous.
and
To
that
me-
music's playing.
Yeah. Make plans in mind. Yeah, make
I've
it all right,
had
all right
so
thing,
many
yeah.
enjoyment evenings with that song playing. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
so
Wow.
And then I also just think, and then I also just think like the sex scene and how she like slitting the guy's throat and then like eating them up. Oh, I just think it's so erotic.
It's
Yeah.
so hot.
It's
yeah.
done
Yeah.
so well.
Mhm.
And I just think that every look, she just kills it that season. I think she looks gorgeous, and her and Angela Bassett get together. It's fucking sexy. Yeah.
stunning.
I would say that, to me, is a fashion icon.
I don't like that season that much, but I would agree with fashion.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
American Horror Story season?
I flip between Murder House and Coven because I like them both.
Ooh. I'm an Asylum girly because I like the horror of Asylum.
There was too much going on in Asylum for
There was.
Tucker.
There was way too much. He overdid it, in my opinion. It's
I
like,
love it.
hey, let's have monsters, let's have this, let's throw in Nazis, let's throw in aliens. I'm like, sir.
You don't
rein
like
it
a
in.
show about alien Nazi monsters, zombies, and cannibalism? Girl, grow up.
Don't forget the serial killer, the
Mhm,
conversion
mhm.
therapy.
Yes,
Uh,
the real horror. The real horror.
the exorcism. Like, we could go
Oh,
on
I
and
will
on.
say that exorcism scene is so good though.
Don't get me wrong, there were some great things about
Oh.
that season, but it was
And the
so
twist of who Bloody
overloaded.
Face is.
It was just way too overloaded. But the acting that season was so hard to say who did the best acting, but there was so much in it. Like that I will recognize, but I do hate that season.
I will also put my my little 2-piece in.
Yeah.
Jessica Lange doing the name game in American
Oh.
Horror Story Asylum. Horror fashion icon. That little blue dress.
The blue
Mhm.
dress.
And the hair.
Yeah.
Stunning. Like, she looks so incredible. And I think because it's juxtaposed
She might win a
with...
Tony tonight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now-
she made him.
Make her. She'll be one step away from being an
She just
ego.
need the Grammy.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Well, you never know. They might just give
But
her
she
a
might. She's
one.
front runner potentially for an Oscar this year or something crazy. Could be her year. Like shit.
Hmm.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
go girl.
Love
Work.
her.
All right, George. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to also hop on the American Horror Story train. And I'm going to go with the series that nobody watched apart from me, and that's Kim Kardashian, American Horror Story Delicate. Because you can say what you want, but the fashion was there. The acting was just round the corner, 7 floors down, but it was...
Across the street.
That was good.
But
George.
listen,
I like that.
I'm sorry if you can say what you want, but I'm a Kardashian Jenner girly. I love the show.
She
love
wasn't
them.
acting. She was just being her f***ing self.
She was being a mum. She was giving us Kris Jenner
She
realness.
was, yeah, she was just... in
But
front
the
of
outfit she
camera.
had, every episode she was in, was stunning. She looked amazing.
Do you
She had this one where-
think that's probably in her contract? She can't look bad.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. She will have. Kris Jenner would have been like, okay, she can't act, so make sure you give her the most gorgeous.
Just make her look
stunning
cunt.
looks. Yeah, and then people
I
will
mean,
go.
she had
"Oh,
some
it's
good
fine."
memeable parts. She's like, when she slapped her, it's like, I don't ever want to hear you say the word quit. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
She had some moments that I was like, not many, but she had some moments where I was like, all right, like there's something there, and I'm intrigued to see because I don't know if you do know, because if you didn't watch the Kardashians, you might not. But she is currently working on an actual show. Ryan Murphy
Yeah.
came on and said that she's going to be playing like a divorce lawyer.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to that, seeing how she does. But anyway, Kim Kardashian in American Horror Story Delicate. The looks amazing. The story horrendous. The fact that Danielle Valentine allowed them to butcher her book like that is insane. But anyway, sorry Danielle, I loved the book. It was amazing. This was terrible.
Love you, Danielle.
Love you, Danielle. But
What's Danielle?
Danielle's the writer of the book that it's based on, American Horror Story Delicate.
The way
Delicate
you do
Condition.
hearts is so weird, George.
Oh, because he's trying to be a fucking Gen Z.
Because I'm Gen Z, 95.
They didn't do that in
Olivia Rodrigo-
1995.
No,
that they do it
the
now because they're
Gen
2000s.
Zs
So
do
Gen
this.
trying
Oh.
to join in.
Listen, I was at an Olivia Rodrigo concert for 48 hours almost, so I was down with the kids, got my friendship bracelets. Woo. Anyway, she was stunning in that show, and she did the best she could.
And the best she could was not good enough.
That part.
Clock it.
Yep.
But it's about the fashion, not the acting. This was about fashion, so that's why
That's
I'm
fair.
judging
That's
her on her
fair.
fashion.
So I have one, but I don't know if any of you have actually seen this film. And
Well, I
actually
have my
won-
handy dandy computer in front of me to look it
Okay.
up.
It actually won an Oscar too for costume design, and that's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh yeah.
The
As he types it.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna
yeah.
see what. I'm just gonna see what.
You'll know
The
the
looks are
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah.
so of the time, but
Mhm.
there's this one of this vampire in this like white
Oh, I
collar.
see it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
I
stunning.
think you're reading the same article that I am.
We probably are. But it's like I saw this movie and I kind of fell in love with which is crazy. Gary Oldman at the time, but he hasn't aged well. And a young Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder.
Like
This
a speed
was
Keanu Reeves is like peak Keanu
yes.
Reeves.
You love
and this
Speed,
was just a
don't you?
very like colorful, visceral
The drug too.
horror film. You know? I love Bram Stoker's Dracula. Just in general, just for the looks. And they really went the whole like, oh, when did this take place though? Was this like I'm always bad with the centuries, but like they went of that era and it just looked fabulous. But it's
Good one.
It's a good movie. Who was the costume designer? Let me read. Aiko Ishioka. Probably butchered that a little bit, man. That's a shame because I know that's a Japanese name. So kudos, Aiko. I know. Does anybody else have any other ones? Niall?
I'm gonna bring it back to the man.
Bring it back.
Ooh, yes, yes.
Pennywise the clown is gorgeous.
In
It's
which
actually iconic.
The
iteration?
new It's movies. I
Okay.
just think like there's something about that cinched waist that does get me going a little bit.
Not
Yeah,
in
he
this
is.
ways.
No, the cinched waist and then the little ruffles and like the little honk of his little gorgeous. He looks sorry, if you actually look at it, he's serving fashion.
He is.
Like he's a
It's
bit
really good update. I still love
Yeah.
the Tim Curry look,
this big ass forehead.
but I do yeah,
George
I
would know
do-
all about that.
the struggle George goes through. But but yes, I totally agree. The updated look is very stunning. I love the film. Not the second one. Not part 2. Part 2 is not my favorite.
Yeah, part 2 just because Jessica Chastain's in it, and if you watch any Grace Randolph coverage,
I like
she just
Jessica Chastain.
hates Jessica Chastain.
I don't get that, but I
She
like
hates
Jessica
her.
Chastain.
It's so funny. It's my favorite thing about Grace.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So yeah, Pennywise the dancing clown, and then when he does his little jig, love that.
Mm, that's a good
Fashion,
one.
very fashion forward. I also do have a Jessica Chastain one as well. When she's in Crimson Peak, same with Tom Hiddleston. The fashion in Crimson
yeah.
Peak
God,
is
Crimson.
so that gothic horror and
Oh,
like that.
God.
It's stunning. Like Guillermo
That's a
del
topic we've
Toro.
never talked about. Gothic horror. I'm
Gothic
gonna have to remember
horror.
that.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it
Add
down.
it to the list for the winter, the autumnal months.
Yeah. So I think like Jessica Chastain's looks and who's the main girl? She's in Alice in Wonderland.
Mia Wachowski.
Yeah.
She
Uh,
was also
great.
in like the new Alice in Wonderland and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, though, yeah.
And I just think the fashion in Crimson Peak is just gorgeous. I
Yeah,
love
no.
gothic horror. It's just stunning.
the color palette in that film is great.
So good.
Like when there's something, and maybe it's just me. I love seeing blood on snow.
The visuals of the blood seeping up
Yes!
through the snow is so
Oh,
good. Can we
it's
actually just say the whole film is
Oh, I
fashion?
love that film. yeah.
Like the whole film, the set, the design, the cinematography.
It's fashion. It's giving
It's giving fashion.
fashion. Parker
Excuse
won't
me.
know that clip.
yeah.
Man, if you know that clip.
It's giving fashion. Excuse me. But is it fashion?
It's giving.
It's giving fashion.
But yeah, Crimson Peak is actually a peak film. I think it gets shit on a lot. Like it's actually peak. I love
I'm
it.
shocked that a lot of people don't like that, and
Yeah.
I can't understand why. Because it's unsettling
Oh,
and it's
creepy.
gross at times, but it's so beautiful.
And you get Tom Hiddleston being hot. So
He's so nice as well. I met him at the Olivier Awards, and he's just like, ugh.
I know you won't let us live it
oh
down.
my god, I'm just picking up that name you dropped.
Sorry. Well, you pick up names, or you drop names all the time. Niall.
Waiting for an
Oh.
example.
I'm not going to give them because I didn't drop names like you do.
Waiting for an
Oh.
example. Honestly, 10 out of 10 choice.
Thank you.
Good pick.
Just
Very
like my
good.
videos. Anyway,
And Puggers.
my final one is Pearl's red dress from the movie Pearl, because it's just
Yeah.
again similar to like we've said with some other looks. Like
Once
if
you
somebody's
see it.
dressed like that at Halloween, you're like, oh, that's Pearl.
Do you
Like-
think that's how we define it then? Like, if it's fashionable, if you can recognize it on Halloween.
I don't know, because I suppose that's
I
just
think
like
you could even recognize it if they weren't wearing it for Halloween.
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
like there's just some like I've seen some looks before that are very similar to stuff on films. And I'm like, that reminds me. It might not be exactly the
Mhm.
same, but it takes me back to something that looks similar to anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pearl's like red outfit with her hair and just like it's just like amazing. I mean, I'm a whore for
Wanting to be a
Goth.
star.
and
Oh, sorry.
Pearl. Well, yeah, that too. So the film Pearl really spoke to me on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for Maxine because I know the fashion is going to be
Oh, yeah.
insane.
So
So
just
I-
drop Maxine in it now. 'cause
yeah,
we know it's gonna
Maxine
be-
now
yeah,
because
Maxine,
I know
yeah.
already from the trailer that blue tight like denim like thing.
Oh
she's
my
got on
god,
with
that
the-
was giving so 80s, and I loved
and
it.
the double denim with like the silver shoes, and then there was like a
Mhm.
new trailer, that only new tease that released when she walks past all these girls, and she's like,
Mhm.
"Those my words, go home," because I fucking killed that, and I'm like, oh, I just like
Gonna
and the
hate me when I
hair.
get to see that.
That's gonna be no. Well, when you going to see it?
The week before it comes out, I believe.
Yeah, because I'm going to see it on the 3rd, I think, because they're doing like secret viewings for Odeon and Cineworld. So I'm like, oh. But I'm just glad that we're getting it at the same time because Pearl, I had to go to the States to watch
Yeah.
that.
I remember.
I hate
I
I
messaged
don't
you, didn't I?
understand.
And said,
See-
should I see Pearl or the other one?
See, in a world where we're actually all online, why do things in America not drop at the same time? Like, I don't get it, because you want the
Distribution
conversation to be had.
rights. It's crazy.
Distribution, right?
It's like, when something's already come out, but then someone complains they've been spoiled, even though the episode's already
Ah,
come out.
it'd be
yeah,
like
it's
American
crazy,
Horror
isn't it,
Story.
Niall? Yeah,
When we used to, do you know when we used to get American Horror Story? Like, we always used to get American Horror Story late.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Went over his
Utaka,
head.
it ain't that funny. It ain't that funny, Utaka.
Well, because either you didn't acknowledge or it just went over your head. But I love
No,
what
I just
George
didn't
said.
acknowledge.
He just didn't
Oh.
acknowledge it.
So
it's
funny to me.
What you do is with the bullies is you ignore them.
You silence them by ignoring them. Well, you know
But
what
yeah.
they say, the first sign of love is bullying.
Well, then everyone on this podcast f***ing loves me, put it that way. But yeah, Pearl, stunning outfits. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to seeing what they pull out.
Did you
the
like
bag.
the fashion in X then?
Yeah, I mean,
loved
that
it
was
because
like-
they did a great job.
I mean,
yeah.
Brittany Snow looks stunning. That hair was like, she looked amazing. And then Mia in like the dungarees, like just
And the
tipped
old
out.
lady.
Oh my god, yeah. Pearl.
And that
When
dude
she's
walking
naked,
outside in
yeah.
his briefs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
caked
looked
up.
really hot. And I took me like a week after I'd watched the film to realize that that's the dad
from
of
The
the kid
Ring?
from The Ring, and I was like, oh my god. But I mean, he's more my type in The Ring because he looks like emaciated and like he's on his deathbed and like long floppy hair and like hasn't slept. That's my vibe.
Well, so
Oh,
Utaka.
Like he's going,
Utaka's
Hey.
your vibe.
Ew, no. No.
don't give Hayden anything to
Yeah.
cling on to. But yeah,
Hayden, I give
so-
you full permission.
So Pearl, well, in fact, the X franchise has got it going on when it comes to fashion.
Yeah.
They did not miss a beat when it came to that.
No,
I
Leslie?
will absolutely agree. I can't wait for everybody to see Maxine though, because I think it's. I will circle this back around because after you guys see it, we will talk about where that plot was originally going to be used. And
Interesting.
It would, yeah, make you gag a little.
Gag on it. Sucky suck.
Throat goat.
Eat it up. Get a
thank you
rush.
for your time.
I have honorable mention Ryan Reynolds in Amityville Horror when he is just shirtless.
I
That's
think
just,
any man in a horror film when they're shirtless.
but
pretty much.
specifically Ryan Reynolds. There's
Yeah.
something about him in that film that's just hot. So
Well,
I would
because
say
the rest of
that's
the film's
fashionable.
so bad.
Yeah,
He's
that's the only good thing
saving
about it.
grace of that film.
So that's what makes it
No,
fashion.
the dad out of the original Amityville Horror.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
was,
that.
James Brolin, right?
Yeah,
I would say
Um,
Patrick Wilson.
in The Conjuring. Yep.
those pants.
That's hot.
Oh,
Like fashion. And Vera Farmiga as well, I would say. Love her little fashions with
Oh
her
my
little
God. What's her
collar
name?
thing.
Esther from The Orphan, Fashion Easter.
Yes.
Little Bo Peep, real
Uh-huh.
nice.
Even very Megan vibes, kind of.
Yeah, I think that
Oh
inspired
yeah.
They're kind of on the
Um,
similar vein.
I mean, it was more of like a thing that we saw in a lot of horror films back from the 80s, but we don't really see now, and that's men in short shorts and crop tops.
Megan.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna say bleep Johnny Depp.
I was just gonna say the fashion because he
Okay.
wasn't wearing short shorts, but like in
He was
Sleepaway
wearing
Camp,
he was wearing a crop top.
yeah, but in Sleepaway Camp when they were playing softball or baseball, all the men are in like short shorts and like, oh, bring that back.
Oh, it's so hot.
Bring
Yeah.
it back.
I agree. Anything else? I can't think of any others. I mean, just anything. Oh, I loved Mila Jovovich in all the Resident Evil films as well. Like her looks, especially in Resident Evil Extinction, like that look with like all the browns, like the leathers and like the suedes and stuff, and the boots and the thighs. And like she had her thighs like open. He's like trying to like. Oh.
Do you know what? Sigourney Weaver in Alien with her bush out, like her bush hanging out. That is fashion.
Oh,
Bring
Like,
it
and
back.
she's in that tiny little tank top, and she's like in the tiny panties. And did she not say they like asked her to shave her bush, and she went no. So
Good on her.
they were like, okay, we're just gonna have to keep it in then. She's like, no, I want my hairy bush out.
She's
Good
like,
for
I
her.
love Sigourney Weaver in that. I
What
mean,
about
me and
Sigourney
my
Weaver at the
favorite-
end of Cabin in the Woods?
Oof, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sigourney Weaver. Full stop. I loved her in Paul.
Stop.
I just love
Paul.
her, so I'll turn up to anything. But
Mhm.
she's in. But she's an icon.
Yeah.
I love her.
I can't believe none of us said Helen Shivers in that dress when she's on the float.
The Croaker Queen dress. Yeah, because I was going to say as a blanket statement, but then I got bullied for my blankets. Was like final girls in tank tops, just in general. Just like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, sort of like sweaty
Final
tank
girls
top.
covered in blood. Final girls with
Yeah.
the like tits almost
Like-
hanging out. It's great
But
vibes.
some looks are just
Gays
like,
love it.
yeah, true. But some looks you
Yeah.
can look at, like you said, Niall, and you're like, you instantly know, like, I know what that's from, or I know where you're pulling
Yeah.
that reference, and I do enjoy that.
Do you know, like in Scream, was it Scream 7, where they're in New York and they're on the
Well,
subway?
it's only
and ev-
6, so
Is it 6? Well, I don't know. I'm not that crazy about it. Do you know what? It's only 6, Niall. Sorry, George. Oh my God, please don't bite my cock off. But do you know, like in the subway station where you can point at all the different horror
Yeah,
characters
I
who are
loved
dressed
that.
up? I think that's very the vibe. If you can spot it,
yeah,
you got it.
you can. Actually, to be fair, Samantha in that last, like that final act where she's like again in the tank, similar to the tank top, where she's like sweating in the tank top, she'll cut up and her hair's like all down, and she's like,
Yes.
looks like you're down another brother. I'm like, yes,
Mhm.
we know
Or
the writing's
Samara
terrible, but
Weaving
you
at
look
the start.
gorgeous.
Samara Weaving at the start, where she's in that.
Oh,
little-
and that line.
God.
And those
Dress.
steel heels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fashion.
actually, that's
So
one of my
beautiful.
favorite things in horror is women running in heels. To hear that,
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
The clip clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, do you know, it's not horror, but do you know in Jurassic World, where the first film, Bryce Dallas Howard is in heels
Yeah, in
running
heels,
from
like,
a T-Rex.
Through the forest, and you're like,
That's so like
It is.
serve. And apparently
Okay, she actually
said,
looked good in Jurassic World.
well, apparently
too.
she said she wanted to wear heels for the film. She was like, no, I want her in heels. My character's going to wear heels.
It makes sense. It made
yeah, because
sense.
the character
though.
would, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't change into trainers, would she? Like
Oh,
that's
and-
realistic.
I just
Oh,
love it.
you know what?
Yeah.
This is horror though too, and not a lot of people like this film. I think George does actually. I love the spacesuits in Prometheus.
Gorge.
I
Oh my
love
God,
Prometheus
yes.
so much.
And especially, what's her name from Atomic Blonde? Why am I? Charlize
Charlize?
Theron.
Charlie,
Yeah.
Running
yeah.
away from the spaceship.
I hated that death because, like, girl, you're
I'm like,
smart.
yeah.
You
Go to
can
the
run
side.
Yeah. But I loved like the look and the color, like the
Mhm.
purple. Oh my
Mhm.
God, it was fabulous.
Would you say like the big alien men like are fashion?
They are hot.
Hot.
They're hot, so it's fashion.
Yeah,
Opens,
like I
like, the-
would
Ugh.
honestly love to see like a fashion house, like do some sort of like sci-fi thing and have like people like prosthetically looking like big tall men like dressed like that, like walking down the cat would be so hot.
Mhm.
We need sci-fi.
Prometheus is a hot film. Like the CGI and everything still holds up to this.
I
day.
love that film so much.
So
Alien
good.
Covenant.
Yeah. I'm so
What?
excited for Romulus though.
Yeah, Romulus.
The only
and
part of
Prey.
Covenant that I like is actually the ending where it starts to feel like Aliens vibe because it's so action heavy.
Yeah.
And they did like what's her name? Catherine Watterson? Is that the actress's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
She
so.
is awesome. I want to see her in more.
I just hate that they killed the character from Prometheus. I hate that they killed
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Off
She
screen.
should've been in it.
girl.
Off screen,
What the
like
fuck
what
is that
was
all about?
in the
That was
British
the
Huge
dumbest
promo.
decision, in my
I'm like,
opinion.
I will say Michael
I
Fassbender
hated
is
it.
really good in the films.
Yes,
He's really good
he
as the
was.
He's
android.
beautiful. That blonde hair.
Actually, the promotion they did for that too. Like, he was so good as like David the robot. Like, and they would
Yeah.
have him in those. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
But I think the fashion was just so good in Prometheus. Like,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
There's
but-
so much.
Well, there
could
we
go
go.
on for
Oh my
hours.
God.
Let us
We
know in the
did it.
comments. Yours. Tell us.
Yeah. Who have we missed? Tell us.
Or who do you disagree with?
Tell us.
Tell us all.
We want to know.
But George, you're so good at finishing.
This-
Why don't you take us
This
away?
is the thing. Yutaka, we saw from the beginning that Yutaka can't even start. So how we expect them to finish? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know, as we said, in the comments below, some of the fashion that you like. If you agreed with some of our fashion, if you disagreed, which is probably relevant to some of our fashion as well. And if you want to see even more of us, we've got at the Horror Hour TV on Twitter and Instagram. We have our Patreon and memberships here on the channel where you can get extra content. See, I'm messing it up now. Extra content galore on all of those. All the links are, of course, down below. Speaking of below and on the bottom, Niall is, of course, here. Niall, where can the youth of today find you?
You can find me at. Good luck.
Well, I'm going to just say good night. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful morning, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.